Hello, hello, hello. Let's get this show started. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wine Guild. We got a late start today, 7:30, because of things beyond my control, but that's okay. We still got it in. I want to say hello to the folks in the chat and see who's here before we do anything. Hi, Tommy. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Adam. Hi, Gina. Thindu, my man. Arlene. Who else is here? Stephen. Mike F. Very cool. Thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to join me. This is going to be, I think, a short show because I don't have a guest to taste with today. So it's going to be shorter than usual, which is probably a good thing. You know, it's not a bad thing. It's just the way it goes. So, and this wine that we're going to taste tonight is very interesting to me because it is a red from the country of Austria. To me, that's kind of weird. I never thought of red wine coming from Austria. It's a German country. It's usually whites, I think of when you think of German areas of Europe occupied by Germanic people, because they're usually colder and mountainous, are used to doing white grapes. So this one was kind of interesting to me. I specifically searched it out in the sense that I wanted to explore something new and say, let me see if I could find a red from Austria. And this one, I found out, was carried by Bottle King on a constant basis. So this is what it's called. It's called Evolucio, and the grape is Blaufrankisch. Blaufrankisch is how you pronounce it. Blaufrankisch. So an interesting little bottle here. Interesting. Looks like two blackbirds on a blood-colored branch, which is kind of cool. It's 13.5% alcohol. And this particular grape, I did a little research on it, and I'm told that it is the parent or the grandparent, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what's best term for it, of Gamay. Now, you may have heard of Gamay grapes, which is what they make Beaujolais from. If you ever have had Beaujolais wine, it's made from Gamay, Gamay. And this is this Blaufrankisch is kind of the grape or the vines that were in existence before Gamay, and Gamay kind of evolved from this. So that's kind of interesting. So you have something that's dominant in France. Its origin comes from something that is native to Austria, which is kind of cool. A couple other facts about this. They call this grape the Pinot Noir of Eastern Europe. So what does that mean? I wonder if that means it's going to taste like Pinot Noir. Well, you would think it would, right? Well, we're going to find out. Some of the tastes that are expected: blackberry, black cherry, those type of tannic, should be tannic. That's what I'm told. It's going to dry out the mouth. So we'll see what happens there. Hi, Don. I see Don has entered. I see Ralph has entered. I see Gianni has entered. Excellent. Thank you guys for joining me. Really appreciate it. I don't think Maureen. I think I said hello to Maureen. I said Arlene. I didn't say hello to. Hi, Arlene. Thank you for joining. I said hello to Adam before. Correct. I did. Yes. Second guessing. I don't want to miss anybody. I want to make sure I say hello to every person that comes in. And interestingly enough, this grape is also planted in Germany, but it's called a different name there. It's called Lemberger, Lemberger. For what it's worth, it's just things like that interest me. Names of grapes, different names, same grape, different name in a different country. Kind of interesting. All right, so let's get to the process here. We have our aerator ready. The bottle is a screw top, which is common in German and Austrian producers. All right, so let's see what we got here. Hope everyone's having a good night. Had a great day and is topping it off with a little relaxation tonight on this Thursday. Kind of warm out today. It was really warm, actually. Air conditioner going full blast. Really, really warm for May around here anyway. Todd Father, thank you for stopping in. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so let's look at this. Look at the color. Color is, like a ruby color. A ruby color. Reminiscent of any type of your classic red wines like Cabernet, Pinot. So that's good. It has some legs on it. Let's see. Difficult for you to see the legs. Always is difficult for you to see the legs. But anyway, they're there. Right along here are the legs. So it's got some alcohol content in it. Bottle says 13.5. Let's go in for the sniff, sniff, and see what it smells like. Now, I didn't have this bottle open that long. I only had it open half an hour before we started, which kind of puts it on the negative side here because it hasn't had a chance to open. But that's what the aerator is supposed to do. It's supposed to help open it up. So now I'm getting interested. I'm getting something here. I mean, I'm not getting any type of fruit at all. Not any type of fruit smell at all. I am getting some type of smell, but I don't know what it is. It almost smells like rubber. A little bit of rubber in there. Tires hit the road smell. Interesting. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I don't think it doesn't look like it's turned or anything like that because the color looks fine, the texture, everything, the body looks fine. Doesn't look like it's turned. But who knows? Like I always say with wines, after a while you leave this open, you're probably going to get more odor, you're going to get more smells, you're going to get a different taste too. That's obvious. That's the one thing that I think was clear from all the tastings I've done so far is that the longer you leave it open, you come back and taste it later, you're going to get something different. Probably even better because the wine is opened up more to come out of it. More of an experience, more of that wine adventure, right? All right, so let's dive in and have a drink here. Let's see. Okay. Very tannic. My mouth is completely dried out. Very dried out. Very, very, very tannic. Kind of a burn on the back end. Now, what's the fruit? I am getting fruit, which is good. I'm getting like a dark, very like a black cherry, which is one of the things they said. So I am getting like that black cherry taste. And I'm also getting a plum taste, which like an unripened plum. So a little bit of that, that bitterness, a little bit of that bitterness of unripened fruit. Johnny says, hold on, let's share what Johnny says since he has the wine. Slight blackberry-ish. Slight cherry. Slight sweet, very dry. Well, let's put it this way. Let me start by saying it does not taste like Pinot Noir. So I don't know why they would call it the Pinot Noir of Eastern Europe. It doesn't. It's not reminiscent of Pinot Noir at all to me. It's much more tannic than Pinot tends to be. It's heavier than Pinot tends to be. Pinot is usually smoother and lighter, but this one is heavier. So I don't know. Who knows where they come up with this stuff from? And I'm really going to be interested to see what this tastes like in a bit because, I have a feeling this would have tasted better if I had it open longer or tasted different. Let's put it that way. And this is, again, relatively cheap, $12 a bottle. I think it was 11 and change, something like that. And that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to keep the bottles that I choose for tasting to be reasonably priced so that if folks want to get them, they can without a big problem. And without breaking the bank, especially in this economy. So let's move on to the cheese side of things, right? We always taste them with cheese. We got to have some type of food to see if it changes the taste or changes the experience. All right. I got some cheddar. Let's see what happens here. Now, because this is a very tannic wine, the cheese has an immediate impact. It cuts through the tannins. So that bitter dryness turns into smoothness before your very eyes. So I could see if you're eating cheese, eating something with a good base of lactate in it, something like that, that's going to counteract the tannins. It does taste a little bit more like Pinot. So maybe that's where it comes from. Maybe that's where the reputation comes from, eating it with food. Eating it with cheese, eating it with anything like pasta, anything that's pretty strong, pretty heavy, cuts through those tannins. Hi, Big Bones. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Yeah, the cheese does it. The cheese does it. Cheese makes it smoother, better, more bearable, I should say. Because it was a bit tannic. I mean, and I like tannic wines. This was super tannic. All right. I mean, the cheese is actually so overpowering and it's kind of changing it to water. The taste is like drinking some water. So all in all, I think this wine, I would not recommend it. Even for somebody who likes really tannic wines, even though it had a bunch of the elements, right? It has the tannins, it has fruit tastes, it has acidity. So that's a bunch of the elements. However, the tannins were too powerful to drink alone. So you can't really just drink this on its own. And once you drink it where the tannins are subdued, there isn't much of a powerful fruit taste left. There really isn't. So that part of the experience is gone. The cheese wipes everything out and it basically turns to water. So it's not something that I would buy again. I wouldn't say it's a horrible experience. Like I wouldn't say, it's not like this is something that, oh my God, it's horrible. But I have to give it a thumbs down. This would not be something that I would drink again. I don't know what Gianni's for. Yeah, 3.5. Yeah. Yes. I think we are on the same page, my friend. It's not going to be something I'm going to buy again. Venison, I don't know. That's a good question. I do have some venison in the freezer that I showed Thedu that time. So I don't know. Maybe I'll save some and try it with that. It could be, that could be interesting how the venison goes with it. But all in all, thumbs down. Won't go out and buy it again. So I wouldn't say recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend you trying it. I mean, if you really want to try it, you want to try different things, by all means, please do. But it's not something that I would recommend. It's just not for my taste buds, I guess. Some people might like it. It's too harsh of a wine, and it's too, I'm thinking of the right word here. It's too, I don't know. It's too medieval. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not really, it's not like it was worked on. It wasn't turned into a work of art here. It's very rough and thrown together. And I think that's what this experience is to me. It's primordial. That's what it is. It's a primordial wine. Not much to it in terms of the wine experience, and that's what we're always looking for. We're looking for the wine experience. We want that wine to take us on a journey, take us on an experience. This one doesn't do it for me. So that's my shtick for today. Drop the link for Ralph. Ralph doesn't have the wine. All right. Why not? Let's see here. Okay. Okay, there's the link if anyone wants to. Todd Father has questions. Oh, okay. All right. Hi, JJ. I didn't see you were here. Thank you for joining. Oh, hi, Gerard. My friends are coming in. They're all coming in. Welcome. Even though I'm basically done. I mean, like I said, this was going to be a short one. I said it at the beginning, this was going to be a short one. No one to taste with today. Oh, not much share back and forth, but hold on a second. Let's see. Who do we have in the green room here waiting to come on stage? There he is. There he is.
What's going down?
Are you the theme duo of today? What's going down?
No, I'm about 100 pounds heavier than him.
Okay.
Ralph, you said you had questions first, so by all means.
Yeah, I have Anthony. What I wanted to ask you, but I think Don has answered. Are there with the different types of wines? Do they require different types of cheese, or can you just buy any particular kind of cheese? Like, for example, I like garlic and herb cheese that I get at ShopRite from. I think it's called Cracker Barrel. So I
Right.
didn't know. I didn't know like if you drink different types of wine, they require different kinds of cheeses.
Well, I don't think they require different type of cheeses. I think that certain wines will go better and match better with certain types of cheeses.
How do you get out
How
that?
do you know that?
Trial and error.
Yeah, I mean, basically trial and error. I can tell you though, what I've found is that it depends on the type of wine. If the wine is like this one, very tannic, it's going to dry out your mouth, super dry. You want something that's a heavy cheese, like a cheddar, like a creamy, heavy cheese to go with it. That works well with this, with a very dried out wine. If the wine is sweet, you don't want a cheddar with it. You want
Right.
something that's going to counter it a little bit. You want something that's like a spicy, like a pepper jack or something like that. So think of it that way. Think of it in terms of what the wine is without the cheese, and then match it, accordingly. So it should be kind of opposite, right? If you have a sweet wine, you want something that's going to give you a peppery taste. If you have a dry wine, you want something that's going to attack the dryness. So it's going to be a rich, buttery type of cheese will be good for it.
Okay, good. I just learned something.
Yeah, sure.
All right, world's smallest. I got to get back to work.
Well, thank you for joining.
Buddy.
Talk to you later.
It's better than being world's oldest.
Oh. Wait a minute. What happened here? I cut you out too early. What happened? What are you saying?
Did he say world's oldest?
He said the world's.
No.
All right.
No, I never said anything like that.
Everybody in the chat, have a good evening. Todd, take it easy. Anthony, take it easy.
All right, Ralph.
All right, Ralph.
All right. You ready?
Yes. Hit me.
So I missed the beginning of the show. I don't know if you explained it. What is, do you call it tannins? Tannics? What is it?
Yes, tannins.
What does that mean?
Tannins is the effect that a wine will have on your mouth. It'll dry out your mouth, right?
Okay.
We call that a tannic wine. It completely dries out your mouth.
Okay. Is that something that they mean to put in, or like in a wine?
Well, it's more natural. It's more natural in certain types of wine because it's based on the grapes, based on the skins in the grapes. The longer they keep the skins, the exposure to the skins, the more tannic is going to be is going to be a tannic effect. So they do it on purpose with some wines, and some wines it's just natural. It's just the way the grape is.
So do you like a little bit of that? Like if you had to pick your favorite wine, is that a characteristic of something that you like in a wine?
Yeah, it is. It is. Like I prefer Italian wines, northern Italian wines, which are traditionally dry, very dry and tannic. That's what I like. But I do want to have the whole experience. So I want to be able to taste some type of fruit.
Yeah.
Here. I don't want it to be like this. This one was interesting in the sense that it was very tannic, and you could still taste some fruit, but the tannins, they overpowered everything. And you don't want that because then it's just like a dried out mouth kind of thing.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun to me, actually.
No. No.
What was I going to ask? Well, my second question, and I think I might speak on behalf of some people in the chat here. Mm-hmm. Would that go well with a rotisserie chicken?
I don't think it'll go well with a rotisserie.
That's what I just had for dinner.
With a rotisserie chicken, it might not go well, but with a rotisserie, it would go very well, I think.
Okay, all right, yeah, I can see the difference. Okay, and if you turn the bottle around, was it made at a penitentiary?
No, this one was not.
So just wanted to kind of clear a few things up. As I'm driving here, that's what I was wondering.
Yes.
So
listen, those are important questions. Someone has to ask them. So I thank you for doing that.
That's what I try to do when I'm on my way to work every single Thursday. When you're on, I try to come in and ask the questions people are afraid to ask. You know what I mean? That's,
Yes.
you know, all the questions people are wondering, but yet they don't want to ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's why I'm here. I represent the chat. Okay.
I
And
get it.
as you
You're
can,
like the
as you can see, the
Scott Stewart.
Tim
You're like
Hortons,
the
the Tim
Scott
Hortons
Stewart.
is kicking in full effect right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm feeling pretty, I don't know, awake.
No monster. No monster drinks
I've
tonight.
been doing really good keeping away from them. I'm really trying. You know
All
what I
right.
mean? Now on a hot day when I'm going to a wedding or something, I'm not drinking coffee. So
Right.
you know what I mean? So I'm not. I can't. You know. But what was that? Oh, so here's what you do. Here's what you do. All right. So you know our great friend there, Tommy Stiggs, does a follow-up video to his follow-up videos, right?
Yes.
So you need to do a follow-up video dumping this in the drain. Okay?
Okay. You think that'll be?
Yeah. I mean,
How many views you think it'll get?
about 7,000. Maybe no. Wait. Maybe 7 million.
7 million. See, now I'm going back and I'm drinking this again, and I'm getting
Any
more of
better?
the cherry, getting more of like a cherry taste this time. And I'm also getting a little bit of the oaking, which I didn't get before, which is the barrel taste.
Gotcha.
So again, it's so important. I say this all the time, and I'm a hypocrite because I don't do it before the show. It's so important to open these bottles at least an hour ahead of time, so that they can open up and you can get the best, experience with the wine.
Yeah, but I mean that can work both ways too. I mean, because most people. I mean, I can't tell you the last time if I ever drank wine that I let it sit for an hour. You know what I mean? I'll open it and start serving. You know what I mean? I don't.
Right.
It's just so. I guess I think it's a good thing that you do it that way. But you could switch it up a little, at some point and say, hey, look, this has been open for an hour, and here I'm tasting it now. You know what I mean? It's a good way to switch things up anyway. So look at these guys. Look at these
Johnny,
guys.
what is your problem? Of course, there's oak there. I tasted it.
ALV.
Yeah.
I'm at work. I gotta bang out.
All right, you're gonna bang out.
So, all right. I'll see you guys. Hopefully see you in the morning. Okay.
All right. Thank you for joining.
Right.
Take care.
Rock and roll. Build the guild.
All right. Thank you, Todd Father, for joining, and thank you, Ralph, for stopping in with a couple of questions. That was really cool to get us to a half an hour. We're almost there. We almost made it to a half an hour. So, Chris Toro, how are you, buddy? I didn't know you were here. Or maybe you just joined. There you go. You just joined. That's why I didn't know you were here. You weren't. But Gianni, try to leave this bad boy open for a while and then go back and tell me. Leave it in a glass for a while and let me know in the future if you taste the oak in the back end. It's on the back end. It's not a powerful taste, but it's on the back end. This doesn't say whether it's oaked or not. Often the bottles don't say that much. You can't get much from the bottles, but I'm pretty sure it was oaked because they do. The Austrians do oak most of their wines. So so that's that's where you are. I think in general it's a 4. It's not something that's great. It's not something I'd recommend. Big Bones. Bring the price point up for a $20 bottle. We could do that. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Yeah, we can see how that works. But yeah, so that's really the story tonight here. It's a thumbs down wine. Well, I'm thankful for the experience because I wanted to taste a red wine from Austria. So Paul C., how are you, buddy? Nice to see you. Yes, Diggs, a double sawbuck. Yeah, well, You don't want it's always telling me, keep it down, keep the price down, keep the price down. We can do that. We can definitely do that. We're probably going to get a better quality wine. Doesn't mean it's going to be great, though. That's the thing. Just because something costs more money doesn't mean it's going to taste great. But what it does mean is that usually more effort was put into making the wine. So, we'll probably get a better product. So we can do that. Absolutely. We'll do that. I still have the $6 bottle of wine I bought the last time, which was that, and Stiggs has it too, the emergency wine. We could always do that one, but I don't have high hopes for that one. I'll tell you right now. I think it was a Cabernet. I definitely don't have high hopes for that one, but it is what it is. Santa Margarita. Yeah. Yeah. Could do that. Sure. But yeah, so just a little information for those of you who join me on Sunday for tea. We're not going to do it this Sunday. I can't do it. I will have family over for my son's confirmation, so we can't do our tea on Sunday afternoon. But I got a great story that I'm going to tell the next time I do it. I don't think about it. Maybe I'll do it on a different day just to get it in this week, but we'll see. I'll see how it goes. But I have a good story. This one I think you'll like. Interesting one. Happened in the 1920s. So, and it's a real story. It's a real thing that happened. And it's a mystery. It's still unsolved. So just a little teaser there for the next story hour. Yeah, Johnny, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is kind of a ghost story too. So it's kind of a ghost story. Let's put it that way. Could be a ghost, couldn't be. We'll see. We'll find out. But I think you'll enjoy it. Let's see. What else is going on in the chat? I don't know if I missed anybody. I certainly hope I did not. I don't think I missed anyone. But I got 20 people hanging out. That's pretty cool, man. That is really cool, actually. And I'm really thankful for that. I don't usually get that many folks. So that's really nice of you guys to stop by and spend some time here. Hanging out, talking to each other, being nice to each other, of course. No trolls, no crazy stuff going on. It's pretty cool. Thank you for doing that. But no theme due today, so it was kind of a quiet afternoon on the YouTubes, as Tommy would say. But yeah, smash the like button if you can. That'd be helpful. We're getting close. We're getting close to that big 1,000, I think. I don't know, 35 away, something like that. We're getting close. So recommend me if you can. Let's get the guild there. Let's build it. Let's build it to that 1,000. So that'll be a great milestone to celebrate. 21 people. Wow, hanging out. That's so cool. Nick M. How are you, Nick? Thank you for joining. You missed the actual tasting, but feel free to go back and look at it if you care. But it's not such a good wine. So you didn't miss anything, so to speak. Give it a half an hour when the bottles are empty. Lindu is tired. He's no spring chicken. Listen, that man works his butt off. He's back to working his butt off. I don't blame him. I wouldn't be doing a show either if I was breaking my back like that under the bridge or wherever he is right now, whatever that job is. I know he said he was moving from one to another, moving from one area to the other, but I think it was all bridge work. But that's some backbreaking stuff. I wouldn't blame him at all. I'm just going home and relaxing or falling asleep. And yeah, so that's about it, guys. I'm just hanging out here. I know the Devils are playing. I don't know what the score is. They're probably losing, unfortunately. but it's and I think the Yankees were playing too. I don't know. I got some type of notification on my phone. I don't know if that was Devils or Yankees, some type of notification I received. And well, Devils are up 1-0. Nice. All right. And I don't know about the Yankees. I thought I saw something about the Yankees up here. Oh, no score. Okay, Yankees, Tampa Bay, no score. So there's your Stig's HDAPP, whatever the hell he calls it, update, since he's not here. Well, he was here, but he's gone now. Let's see, Adam. What do we have to say, Adam? Is Mr. Black a liquor or a wine that tastes like coffee? That's a liquor. That's not a wine. Yeah, that's a liqueur. Yeah, definitely. I don't drink that stuff. I don't think I've ever tasted it actually. But Majestic Princess leaving out of Jersey City. Oh, nice. Very nice. Leaving out of, where's it going, Christopher? Where is that cruise going? Oh, thank you, Ralph. Oh, Adam, we heard that your cousin got into an accident, so we were all sending prayers and thoughts out to him. Just so you know, I don't know if you were in Tommy's chat this morning, but we learned that he had gone into a motorcycle accident, so we're all sending our best wishes his way. Just wanted you to know that. Oh, around the Statue of Liberty, yes. Oh, the cool booze cruise type of thing. Very cool. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, I wonder what the food is like. Have you done it before, Chris? I don't know if is it good food. I don't know. I think usually those cruises have good food. I don't know. I've only gone on one once, I think. I don't think I've gone more than once. Yes, absolutely. Prayers for Brian. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, Gina. Yeah, always. You know how it is. Always low key. Try to stay calm, low key. That's the way I am. You're not going to see me on here going nuts. It's just not me. It's not in me. So, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. You'd have to ask. Yeah. I mean, people are asking about Adam's cousin, Brian. I don't know anything about it other than that the accident happened and that he was in hospital. So, you could follow up with Adam, but hopefully he'll be okay. Induced coma. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the induced coma is a good thing usually, right? That helps with the healing. It's an important part of recovery. That's usually a good thing. But hopefully he'll come out with the least amount of issues as possible. Yeah, it came out this morning. Oh yeah, and TT too. Yeah, TT's ill. TT is ill with I think bronchitis. So we're sending prayers out to her too. That's tough. Spring colds like that are tough, man. They're horrible. They're worse than winter. In my experience, they're harder to get over. They last longer. They suck. So hopefully she's gonna recover quickly. Yeah, Johnny. Thank you. Sure, absolutely. And exactly. Prayers for TT. TT's always praying for everybody else. That's the least we could do is pray for her, right? What's next week's wine? Good question. I don't know, Adam. I mean, I don't know, Don. I haven't thought about it. I think this is 2 weeks in a row that we did red. So I don't know. Maybe I'll fish around with the whites a little bit and see if there's anything out there that we haven't done that might be interesting. I do have something I'm thinking about, but I'll have to check it out, see if it's doable. And why is there a friggin' mosquito flying around in here? Horrible. Warm weather and you get a mosquito instantly. How ridiculous. Anyway, a Sicilian. Yeah, we could do a Sicilian. Gianni. We could definitely do a Sicilian. And the good thing about Sicilian wines is that they're relatively cheap. They're a lot cheaper than your wines from Tuscany and Piedmont and other regions. They're relatively inexpensive and they're good. So we could definitely do that. I'll look to see. I'll look to see what I can get on that. A red Zin, Big Bones. Yeah, exactly. Happy Mother's Day. Absolutely. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there in our chat and in general. If you have your mother, you're blessed. If you still have your mother around, you're blessed. So enjoy her this weekend. Show her how much you appreciate her. It's a what? An AI bug, not a mosquito. Zinfandel, a red Zinfandel. Yeah, or a white Zinfandel. I don't know. White, we could do a white Zinfandel too, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so we'll see. I'll think about it in the next day or so, and I will get the word out as soon as possible, so that anyone who wants to get it can get it, and we'll move forward. And the 7:30 time, I see a lot more people seem to be coming in at 7:30, so maybe we can move it permanently to 7:30 as opposed to 7. 7 might be a rough for some folks. I know that Gianni will often have a hard time making it at 7, but comes in by 7:30, and and there's more people than usual in here, so maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll move to 7:30. But anyway, with that, I'm going to wrap this up for tonight. I do appreciate each and every one of you for being here and participating and just listening. Just supporting this channel by coming here and dialing in, tuning in, watching it. Even if you can't watch it now, watch it later. That's awesome. That's what I really appreciate, and you're really helping me continue to do this. So I appreciate every one of you, and I hope you have an awesome night, a good Friday, and enjoy the weekend, and happy Mother's Day. So remember, from the Mind Guild to you, have a great weekend and keep tasting Build the Guild. Good night, all.